Okay, so when we first started this channel, it wasn't really all just about showing you all of our experiences out in the woods or shed hunting or hiking. The one thing that I always enjoy is watching other hunters and what they have to offer in terms of input on gear. So I have a piece of equipment that I always find fascinating, and I think in my experiences, not a lot of hunters have ever heard about this product or even this business, this manufacturer. And the company I'm referring to is Buckshot Manufacturing, and the tree stand that I'm going to be showing you today is called the Equalizer. What makes this thing so special? It's just like any other climber, right? No. What makes it so special is you can level the tree, or you can level the stand as you're climbing the tree. So what I feel like that does is it makes it much more safe than most, if not all, tree stands on the market right now. I know there's a couple that are out there. Summit's got their own leveling tree stand, higher level, proclaim that they were actually better than the Equalizer. And then there's Cougar Claw, and they each have a little bit different leveling system than what Equalizer has. So my experiences, I have never used the Summit climber that levels. I have watched some videos on it, and I also have watched videos on the higher level, and also the Cougar Claw. I don't think any of them meet the expectations, for me anyways, when it comes to a leveling tree stand. Equalizer does. My experiences over the last 15 to 20 years that I've owned this, I'd never heard of it before. I had a really good buddy turn me on to them as I was getting ready to head down to Missouri and hunt some public land. So I went out and bought one. It was really difficult to find. They don't mass produce these things, so they are a little difficult to get. You got to really know what you want and when you want it, and you got to probably order right now to get something by the fall of 2024. They've made some tremendous improvements over those last 15 years. In fact, I know like at some point Equalizer actually went out of business, and then Buckshot Manufacturing picked it back up and started manufacturing these tree stands, which I was really thankful for because I have two of them. Kind of some redundancy. I have two different styles, or two different sizes. I have a 24-inch, and then this one I bought from Michael, which is their 21.5-inch. Each one's a little bit different. This is 20 pounds packing in and out, whereas the 24-inch, that thing is 25 pounds. And then obviously difference in size, obviously with a 24, 21.5-inch. When you're climbing, the larger one's a little bit harder to get in. Smaller trees, the 21.5-inch is, ideally you want a 9-inch to 18-inch diameter tree, where the 24, you're looking for something around 10-inch to 20 inches in terms of tree diameter. Each one has a little bit different weight capacity for it. The 21.5 is 300 pounds, and the 24-inch is 350 pounds. Both are made with aluminum tubing that offers a 5-year warranty on their welds, which I think is outstanding. They stand behind their product. And really, when I speak of Buckshot Manufacturing, I'm going to stress their customer service, and I don't want to say they're the best I've ever used, but they are high level, high customer service. They get back to you really promptly, and they take care of you as a customer. They really, really value. It's about producing quality, not quantity, with Buckshot Manufacturer. That's why they don't just mass produce these things. Their cable that they have on this, and these are just some of the standard things that you probably would see on many climbing tree stands, but it's a 3/16 of an inch 7x7 galvanized steel cable. They use this in the aeronautical industry, so tough as nails, very strong. And then to top it all off, they use HDPE coating that gives it about a 3/8 inch thickness. And I'll say this, I've had this thing for better part of 15 to 20 years, and I've yet to cut through it. I've yet to wear through it. So I would have thought, like, when I bought this climber, I was thinking it might last 10 years. Yet here we are. I'm almost 20 years into it, and I think it looks almost as good as new. I put this thing through a lot of rigor more and tested it out, and climbed a lot of different trees with it, and I never felt unsafe. I never once thought, oh boy, I'm going to slip down this thing, and I'll show you some of the teeth and some of the features on it as we get into this conversation. And then it's got these straps here. It's they call it their positive locking stabilization system, and what it does is twofold. It's going to help you, one, keep that bottom connected as you're climbing up your tree. That way, if you did happen to like lose it, or your feet fell out of the straps and it falls down, it gives that safety that you're not going to lose it completely. You're not going to be sitting on up in a tree 10, 15 feet up with no bottom. The other thing it does is once you are up in the tree and you get into your position where you're ready to, you're going to sit, and that's where you hunt from, you cinch those things down, and you'll see the system as I show, and I get a little bit as I get into it, but you're going to cinch those straps down, and what that does is you're going to feel like you've got this tree stand nailed to the tree. And I'm not kidding you, the people that I've shown this tree stand to as they use it, they're very impressed with the safety of it, and ease of use, obviously, and how quickly you can put everything together and get up a tree. They now offer a couple different seats, and I've got two of them here. This is their standard. This is what you're going to get with it, is a bench seat. With this bench seat, you can sit in 3 different positions. You can sit just sitting flat. You then can put it kind of on a prone position, on an angle where you can just kind of lean up against it. And then this one obviously is a sit and climb tree stand. So as you could just leave it in the sit and climb position, and you can face the tree. They now offer this sling style seat. And I've tried this. I like it. It's comfortable. If you're looking for something that's gonna be like a Summit or an API or a Lone Wolf, or maybe you don't like the bench style, and you need something that's a little bit less, I don't know how to call it. It's not really uncomfortable. I've sat in the bench seat style for years and years, and I thought they're very comfortable. This one allows you to sit a little bit further into the stand. You might feel a little safer with some of the bars around you. That allows you to sit up higher. That's what I prefer, because sometimes you're going to get caught off guard with a deer, and you're going to want to shoot sitting down. They do offer several accessories with these tree stands. One is just a bow holder that goes right out in front of you, which I find is very valuable. It's right there. You have limited movement, so if you really had to shoot from the sitting down position, that allows you to do it with minimal movement. They have a backrest that you can get as well. That way, if you do want to face the stand, because some hunters prefer to do that, you've got that backrest that you can lean up against. Like I said, a lot of accessories that they've added over the years that they didn't have when I first bought it. Now, what I really liked, what makes it so unique, is obviously, as you heard in the beginning, is the leveling system. And what this thing does, it's gear leveling technology that they have patented. They ride on the threaded rod is aluminum, and they've got a gear system that rides along that and follows it. And I'll pick this up and bring it over a little closer, but you can kind of see, if I start spinning this, she's gonna start retracting that cable and ride along that threaded rod here. This is their system, which gives you 12 inches. Yes, 12 inches of adjustment as you're going up this tree, which I think is pretty dynamic. And I would highly recommend this tree stand to anybody. Like I said, it's got some really cool features outside of that. They've got the easy cinch strap for packing it in and out, and that would be right here. Like I said, it's banging around a little bit. Usually the bench seat's there, but this is real easy to pack in and out. Folds right over top of each other. The top goes right over the bottom. And I can tell you what, getting in and out of trees, some of the gnarly trees down in Missouri, this made it so much easier. I didn't have to pick this perfectly straight tree. And I think that's what makes it such a unique tree stand. And I think it's what gives me I have more flexibility with it, that I don't have to wander. I may find a spot like, oh boy, I got to get up in this tree. How am I going to do it? I no longer have to try to adjust my tree stand at the base, putting it on some kind of extreme angle to account for the tree being tapered as it gets skinnier up the top to make sure I'm level. I can't tell you how many times I was using my old climber, and I get up there and I'm now leaning forward, or my tree stand platform is now angled towards the tree stand. Now I feel I get done and my calves are killing me. It's not comfortable. It's not fun. You don't want to sit up there all day. With this thing, you're going to get up there, and really when you're sitting up there on those angles, it's not safe. That's not really how the tree stand is supposed to operate. With this thing, it's going to give you that level, safe, operational, and you're going to be able to sit for a long time, regardless of what seat you're using. So again, Equalizer tree stands made by Buckshot Manufacturing. I think you're really going to like it if you were to try something. If you have questions, please leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer anything. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you like it, hit that like button to give it the old thumbs up. And if you really like the rest of our content, feel free to subscribe. We would love to have more subscribers. As we're rolling out some of these other gear reviews, I think it's going to help people out. At least you guys don't have to go out there and buy these things. You can kind of listen. You can see what we got. That's what we do with some of the other channels. I've had some really good channels that I watched and got some information from. So that's all we're really trying to do here, is give everybody a tool to use that we feel is really important, that we think people would really like. And this one is one of them. I'm always a really big advocate for Equalizer tree stands and buckshot manufacturing. So there it was. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the video. Good luck in the off season as you get ready to go shed hunting. And thank you for tuning in. Tines and Trails Outdoors.